For more than a century, airplanes have relied on the same fundamental design: wings for lift, tails for stability, and engines for thrust. But what happens when engineers decide to throw tradition out the window and reimagine the very rules of flight? Enter the Lockheed Martin X-44 Manta, a revolutionary concept that dared to fly without the conventional tail fins that have defined aviation since the Wright brothers. While this extraordinary plane never reached operational service, its radical ideas continue to influence the future of both stealth fighters and unmanned drones. In an era of rising global tensions and relentless competition between the United States, China, and Russia, the X-44 Manta represents more than just an abandoned experiment. It's a glimpse into how the skies of tomorrow might look: faster, quieter, stealthier, and deadlier than ever before. Breaking the mold, the vision behind the X-44. The X-44 Manta was conceived within Lockheed Martin's legendary Skunk Works division, the same secretive powerhouse behind icons like the U-2 spy plane, SR-71 Blackbird, and F-117 Nighthawk. But unlike its predecessors, this radical design aimed to achieve what once seemed impossible: complete flight control without a tail. By replacing traditional stabilizers with advanced thrust vectoring, the aircraft could pitch, yaw, and roll by redirecting engine exhaust, much like balancing on a skateboard, but at supersonic speeds. This bold shift wasn't just aesthetic, it promised a trifecta of advantages. Without tail fins to reflect radar waves, the Manta offered enhanced stealth with its sleek delta wing shape that sliced through the sky like a skipping stone. Its broad triangular wing provided room for greater fuel storage, extending mission range for deep strikes or long patrols. And with fewer moving parts thanks to integrated propulsion and control systems, the jet could deliver unprecedented agility while reducing maintenance needs. The X-44 wasn't simply an upgrade to existing fighters, it was a daring attempt to rewrite the very rules of flight. NASA and the Air Force's bold experiment. The origins of the X-44 project can be traced back to May 1999, when NASA and the US Air Force quietly joined forces with Lockheed Martin to test revolutionary aerodynamic concepts. Their daring objective was to determine whether a tailless fighter could surpass the capabilities of the F-22 Raptor, which at the time represented the pinnacle of aerial combat. Engineers envisioned the Manta as a machine that could combine the raw power of the F-22 with enhanced stealth, extended range, and unmatched maneuverability. Plans called for trials using modified F-22 and F-15 prototypes, with flight testing initially set for 2007. Backed by government support and private investment, the project gained momentum, and by June 1999, it had earned the official designation of X-44A. Excitement buzzed within aviation circles, as many believed this aircraft could mark the next great leap in fighter technology. But the dream was short-lived. Funding was cut by 2000, and the program was shut down before a prototype ever flew. Still, the influence of the Manta did not vanish. Its radical design ideas resurfaced in later projects, shaping the development of both stealth bombers and advanced drones. The Manta's lasting legacy. Although the X-44 never advanced to full production, its influence quietly spread across modern aerospace innovations. The ambitious F-22 bomber proposal, a stretched tailless variant of the F-22 designed for long-range strike missions, drew heavily from the Manta's radical concepts. Even the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, while retaining traditional stabilizers, benefited from aerodynamic insights first explored during the X-44 research phase. Most importantly, the project's breakthroughs in thrust vectoring and stealth geometry laid the groundwork for the rise of advanced drones and UAVs, which today dominate both reconnaissance and combat operations. This legacy became even more apparent when Lockheed Martin eventually unveiled the X-44A drone, proving that the Manta's daring vision had not vanished, but instead evolved, living on through the next generation of aerial technology. X-44A, the secret drone cousin. Revealed only decades after its secretive development, the X-44A emerged as Lockheed Martin's compact stealth drone demonstrator, an unmanned aircraft with a modest 30-foot wingspan, about the length of a school bus. Constructed from lightweight carbon fiber composites and powered by a Williams F-112 turbofan engine, it was designed to be small, fast, and elusive. Despite its size, the drone showcased impressive capabilities. It could cruise at 176 miles per hour, remain airborne for up to 90 90 minutes and operate with a stealthy profile that made it even less visible than the larger RQ-170 Sentinel. The X-44A also underwent successful trials for Navy carrier operations, a groundbreaking achievement that helped pave the way for today's carrier-capable drones. Perhaps most remarkable, however, was how Lockheed managed to keep the aircraft hidden from public knowledge for nearly 20 years before finally unveiling it at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force in 2020, a quiet debut that highlighted the Manta's enduring influence on the drone revolution. Rivals take notice, China and Russia's response. Whenever the United States pushes the boundaries of aviation with projects like the X-44, rival nations take notice. Both China and Russia have been working to narrow the technological gap, though with mixed results. China's Chengdu J-20, often compared to the F-22, lacks the radical tailless design of the Manta, but rumors suggest Beijing is developing a next-generation stealth fighter, possibly dubbed the J-25 or an advanced version of the J-31, in a bid to challenge American air superiority. Russia, meanwhile, has promoted the Su-75 Checkmate as a cost-effective fifth-generation fighter for export, yet the jet remains grounded years after its flashy unveiling, plagued by funding issues and design shortcomings, including the absence of critical stealth features like internal weapons bays. Instead, Russia continues to lean heavily on older aircraft such as the Su-34 Fullback, a formidable strike fighter capable of carrying massive payloads but still highly visible to modern radar systems. In the high-stakes arena of aerial warfare, these limitations highlight just how far America's rivals still are from matching the revolutionary ideas first embodied in the X-44. Why the X-44 still matters. The X-44 Manta continues to draw attention decades after its cancellation because it embodies the future direction of military aviation. Its design philosophy went beyond simply coating aircraft with radar-absorbing paint. It reimagined stealth at the structural level, proving that true invisibility comes from reshaping geometry itself. By merging thrust and control systems, the aircraft eliminated unnecessary moving parts, reducing mechanical complexity while boosting reliability. Its broad delta wing provided room for greater internal fuel storage, extending range and enabling missions without constant refueling. Most importantly, the Manta's principles align perfectly with the rise of unmanned systems, where agility and stealth matter more than pilot safety. With China and Russia still struggling to catch up, the US retains a decisive edge, one that could become even more pronounced if the X-44's bold concepts are revived in future sixth-generation fighters. The race for the skies. Every new jet unveiled on the world stage is more than just an upgrade. It's a move in a silent but intense arms race. While the United States, China, and Russia may present their projects as routine modernization, each aircraft is in truth a chess piece in the contest for technological supremacy. When America rolled out the F-22 or pursued experimental designs like the X-44, its rivals scrambled to respond. China's debut of the J-20 pushed the US to accelerate its next-generation air dominance program, while Russia's flashy promotion of the Su-75 Checkmate sparked skepticism about whether it would ever progress beyond a prototype. In this high-stakes rivalry, the Manta remains a pivotal symbol, a reminder that bold innovation alone can shift the balance of power in the skies long before a single missile is launched. If you enjoyed learning about the secretive X-44 Manta, make sure to hit that like button to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into cutting-edge aviation and military tech. Got thoughts on whether the US should revive the X-44 concept? Drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.